Good morning, guys. Good morning. My name is Cheryl Grabowski. Welcome to my live. I have some intro music for you guys to listen to while I finish taking a couple of notes. This is your first time here. My name is Cheryl. I call this the deep lane. I'm waiting for the deep laners um, and all of our new subscribers and guests. Happy Sunday. Hello, Heather. How you doing? Y'all share the live for me. As you guys come in, don't forget to hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Jerry. Happy Sunday. Hey, Misty. Good morning. Hey, Yolanda. Misty Green. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We got about 2 or 3 more minutes of the intro, y'all, while I finish my notes. Good morning. Good morning. Is that Monique? Hey, Monique. Okay, Monique. I hope you feel better soon, darling. Good morning, y'all. Don't forget to share the live. You can actually copy the link and share it in your messenger. You can copy the link and share it to your Instagram. You can copy the link and share it to your Facebook, to people in the messenger. Yeah, I would appreciate that. That would be nice. 25 people here. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a very important live. Very, very important. Very, very important. Y'all do me a favor and put some praying hands in the chat. That would be nice. All righty. Um, Again, thank you all for being here on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Whenever you're above ground, it's a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Live. Somebody is calling me. Can y'all still hear me? Because let me send him a message. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. It never fails. It never fails. Somebody is inviting me to their live, and I'm live, so I can't. Uh, so I can't do that. All right, there's 29 people here. Yes. Yes, we hear. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So yeah, so I'm live right now. So I can't do his live. I just want to say shout out to my moderators for being here and for being a part of my channel. I call you guys the deep laners, and we are deep. We are not everybody's flavor. I know that some people like chocolate, some people like strawberries, some people like sherbet, uh, some people like yogurt. Okay, we're not everybody's flavor. I never intended to be everybody's flavor. And, I never intended that. So I just want to say that this morning, and for the people who have chosen to be here, because I've not kidnapped anybody. Thank you very much. I just want to say, I want to take the time out to also say condolences to the family, to Lip's family. Um, and yeah, because losing a loved one, and I've lost my grandma, my father, my mother, and some other people in my family. I'm 54, so I'm well acquainted with death and grieving and all that stuff. But I just want to say, yeah, condolences to the family. Anything that I say from here on out, or anything that I've said so far, um, it's just how I see it. I decided 7 years ago to come to social media. Again, my name is Cheryl Grabowski. Noticing at first, just because I was in pain, and then beyond that, I changing and growing, and I hope that you are too. I realized that I had something to share with people that I didn't know. um, the people that I met on YouTube, I knew none of those folks. Okay. They were in the place where I call the unknown, or the sea of people that you don't know, but a lot of people will know you. And so over that time span, if you look at my channel, it tells me that I've reached over a million people, million something folks. And so that's that C that I was talking about. So sometimes in the comment section, people come and they suffer from a lack of impulse control, and they don't really do their homework. They feel the type of ways, and they type and don't know what they're talking about. But for some people, and then some people do, they just don't agree with what I think. Okay, and so that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm growing. So that it is what it is. So condolences to the family, and yeah. So let me go to the video that I want to talk about. We're gonna talk about this video of the brother and Big Belly Bob. I forgot the brother's name. I just want to say, just for 1 second, that the brother was just like Lips, and he's very he's very handsome in my opinion, and also he seems to be very kind and humble. And I don't know why, but he gives me like minister vibes, or if not a preacher, then a deacon. I don't know how y'all saw it, but that's just how I saw it. Um, you've lost your grandma too, Bree. Hey, 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 Ro. Good morning. All right. I'm gonna try to stay out the comment section for a while because I got a lot um to touch on, but I will get back in the conversation. We will communicate. I have dropped the link. I don't want y'all to come up right now. It's not gonna take me long with the information that I have. So I told y'all the last time that we were going to discuss, because I had identified, in my opinion, that Lips could be the black sheep or the scapegoat. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. But I'm gonna look for a Big Belly Bob's um, live, and I want to I want y'all to hear the brother for a minute. Ro, did you listen to Big Belly Bob's live? He and the brother. All right, there it is. Let's see. All right, it's 56 people. Is somebody calling me? Yes, somebody's calling. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, I found the live. Let me find the clip. Well, technically, I don't have a clip, but this is the video. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn that volume down. Get through this commercial. Y'all don't forget to like the video. I have no idea how many likes, but my likes do not reflect my views, and we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. Oh Lord, it's rap music. Remember, this is a place of love and peace, you guys. Love, peace. Yeah, Billy Bob's wife said this is a place of love and peace. First of all, can y'all hear? I don't see anybody typing anything. It's 57 people here. I need y'all to communicate back with me because I don't know on your end what you hear or if you're hearing. Hold on. Oh, that's the brother. Hold on.
Hello everyone. You can hear me? I just wanted to
do I have any moderators in the chat?
Speak on behalf of my brother and my family. We are still mourning, as you know, of his death. But what I come on here today for was to update everyone on what has been going on and what has been taking place for as
okay, thank you, Gina.
The situation, more dealing with, the arrangements that's going on, how we're planning on handling it and everything. I wanted everyone to know that his arrangements has been taken care of. Right now, because of the situation we're dealing from us being out of town and him being in Georgia, it's a lot of different, I would say taper so often that we have to go through to get everything taken care of. But all of that has been fully taken care of and covered. What we are deciding to do is to have more of a memorial for him. I am also checking in the state of Atlanta and everything to or Georgia to see what type of laws that we have to abide by for as.
Okay, so basically what he's saying is they have to retrieve his body, that they don't have the body yet, but the brother and the family has taken care of all fees involved, I would imagine, to bring the body back to Mississippi. I think that's what he's saying. And of course, money is involved. So he would have to pay for that. I think. He sounds like Lips. He does sound like him. He did a really, really good job emotionally. Let's listen some more. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up the live and share. I got a lot to say about this. I'm just kind of moving at a pace where I need to move at. Hold on.
Conducting balloon release and for him in Georgia because, like I said, I'm not from there. I don't know what we can and can't do like we can here. I will be formally myself going to further remains here the middle part of next week, which I would then back on here or make a post or make it known that the dates that we will have set for him to have loan release and for people to come and to support him in the way that from what they knew of him. That's what I want to leave in people's mind, what he really meant to them. All of the other to me, his legacy means a lot to me. He worked very, 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 very hard to get to where he was at. I always supported my brother and loved my brother in everything that he done just as well as he supported me. Um, he pushed me in ways that none of you will ever know or can imagine for me to become who I am today. And he had a lot to do with uh, the success that, you know. So, what I wanted to really do this for was to just get back to what uh, Lips meant to you. Um, and how he may have helped you in your life, or things that he said, or things that he done. I think that's what's very important right now. I
Okay,
think.
let me just stop right there. Uh Again, this is the deep lane, guys. This is my commentary, and my perspective is not shallow. Okay. It I'm dealing with the layers. So um he was saying, he spoke of Lips' legacy, and the brother made it clear as to how he sees things and how he want things to be carried out, and what he thought that his brother wanted. And he said that he wanted people to remember what Lips was to them. And then he mentioned his legacy. So his legacy consists of more, from where I sit, more of what Lips portrayed on screen. His legacy also consists more of more than just what you could see. Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't think the brother and Big Belly Bob or Big Belly Bob's wife understand that. Going back to what I said in the beginning when I first started my live this morning, before I came to YouTube, I saw a sea of people. In that sea, I don't know what video I spoke this on, but there's a video where I spoke this before. In that sea are doctors, lawyers, psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors, therapists, real estate people, and any other group of people that you can think of is in that sea. So I said that to say this. When Lips showed up on screen, he was there for everybody, no matter what level of life experience, education, or knowledge or expertise was there to observe, to have an opinion, and to glean on that which they saw, heard, observed, and felt. Okay. So when the brother says, I want you guys to focus on his legacy, he's not understanding that every bit of that is a part of Lip's legacy. Let's go a little bit further.
We need to get back to that. I hear a lot of people say how
Hey
he touched
Mo,
their lives,
good
how
morning.
his lives made them feel better, or how
I
when they
dropped the
was
link,
going
Mo.
through their sickness or whatever they had, he was there to lift you up, or to watch his videos made you feel, some type of way, or to make you feel good in that moment. I really want to get back to that. Um, what made him unique to you, or what stood out to you with him? I think we're getting lost in a lot of the other stuff when we need to get back to.
He says, I think we're getting lost in all of the other stuff. So to be fair, we're gonna try to be fair, right? Even though we speak the truth as well, but there's fairness in truth. It's just the way that you handle it. So he said we want to get away from the other stuff. Well, brother, we can't get away from the other stuff because the other stuff is part of the legacy. When you extract The duality, that means the good and the bad, brother. It's all on the table. But when you distract or extract that from the other parts, then you have something else. You have something like that's not true. Do you see what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know you, brother. I think you're a wonderful person as far as I can see, but no, we can't do that. Y'all listen a little bit further.
Why you watch Lips every day? What made you continue to watch Lips every day? That's what we need to get back to. Um, I loved my brother, and he loved me, as you all know. But I just feel that that's what we need to start remembering and thinking about. You know what he really was.
Okay, so we've not forgotten what he was about and what he presented and what he portrayed. And then also, we haven't forgotten when he hit the like button that night in the car. It's all on the table, though. We have a tendency as African American peoples, maybe some other people too, but I'll speak mostly about us because that's what I know. We have a tendency to glean over. Y'all know that. This is the deep lane. We glean. We want to. We don't want to. We don't want to deal with that and that and that and that. We don't want to do that. We only want to deal with this part. Like if we've cut an apple in four and we have the four quarters. We only want to deal with maybe the first quarter. We don't want to deal with the other parts. But we in reality, this is not church. This is not church. A lot of time church people do the same thing. We can't do that. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button. We got a lot to talk about. Gee whiz.
Community. Um, we're not all of the other stuff, the gossip, the rumors.
All of the other stuff like the truth, the reality, the broken pieces, the unresolved issues, the shadow, the lies, the manipulation, the pain, the distress, the unhappiness, the frustration, the anxiety, the headaches, the toiling, the fighting, the gaslighting, all of that other stuff. Let's go. Mm.
That's not what this is really about. Um, I feel like we need to everyone mourn in their own way, or feel the loss of Lips in their own way. And I truly, truly, truly know that he loved all of you. He really did. He talked about uh, his legion all the time, you know. And I just want us to get back to that, the love.
I want us to get back to that. I want us to get back to the toxic positivity. That's what I want us to do. Um, I want us to get back to the avoiding, the suppressing, or the rejecting of the negative emotions and experiences that Lips was having, y'all. I want y'all to forget about that. I want you to get back to the act of avoiding and suppressing. Suppressing what? Suppressing all of what he talked about in the car, which has led him to his grave. And brother, we can't do that. We can't do that. Listen.
you know, the laughter, the smacking, the boys, I found myself the other day, which is very, funny to me. And I said some of his
But brother, what's behind the laughter? It's okay to cry. It's okay to even feel the pain. That be a negative emotion, right? The pain. But if you suppress that pain, brother, and if you're not willing to experience the pain, then lips have has died in vain, because it is what was avoided, what was suppressed, and those negative emotions that resulted in that house that night when the police got there. This is the exact cause of what has happened. And we cannot do that. Lips has left a legacy. He has. But it's a twofold thing. It's the laughter, it's the popping of lips, it's the good food. It's him when he acts like he's got hair and he does the hair flip and he pins an invisible bun. It is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. I laughed really hard this morning, but it's also the hurt, the pain, the addiction, the fighting. It's all the legacy. We're not going to do that. This is 2025, and we're going to do better, be better, and address all of this stuff that resulted in what happened that night at that house. We're not doing it. We hear what you say, but brother, we can't do that. And I pray to God that you listen to this video, because maybe you don't know, just like Lips didn't know.
To the lady, to the restaurant and the food and all that, and I just told her, you have lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I want my brother to be remembered about. I don't want all the negativity to take over what he has done. I know it's some things out there.
So he doesn't want the negativity to take over. What you call it negativity? It's not negativity, it's murder. I need you to call it what it is. I know it hurts. You've got to say what it is. And you've got to say it not in a room with Big Belly Bob and his wife and your wife, but you've got to say it in front of millions of people. It can't be fixed that way. I told you guys that. You have to say it up loud, out front. You have to be brave. You have to be courageous. And you have to speak the truth and not part of it. We don't need a quarter of the story. We don't need to paint a legacy that's not entirely true. No one can heal that way. No one can do better that way. I heard you. I heard Billy Bob. I saw the wife. I said no. We're not doing that. We're not doing it.
About the situation with the GoFundMe. That GoFundMe is strictly for his daughter. Um, I was an uncle that when we was together, I mean, Pooh think I love her. And I did everything that I could for her. If she wanted it, she got it. And I just want her to be taken care of. That's basically what that is for. I am doing.
Well, I'm just asking a question, y'all, and please, it might be in poor taste. I don't know. You'll let me know. What did you want for Lips? Because you wanted Pootain to be taken care of. Um, but Lips was crying out in that car that night. He didn't need for the people around him to shun the fact that production was beating the crap out of him. He didn't need that. He didn't need to come up to the house with bruises and bumps and then everybody pretend like they didn't see it. He didn't need that. He needed a Cheryl Grabowski that would look at production and say, don't you put your goddamn hands on my brother. I know what you've been doing. It is not okay. And brother, why do you allow it? And every time that y'all saw them, it should have been said. You want to protect Poontang. She's been there ingesting all of that energy. It's not about she just get her nails done, her feet done, and her hair done. But what about her soul? What about her subconscious mind? What about her emotions? She's already contaminated. She's already, that's abuse. I'm not just speaking to you, brother. I'm speaking to everyone.
It's necessary to make sure that how she was taken care of when my brother was here remained the same way. That's what that GoFundMe is directly for. It's being set up that it only can be touched for what she needs. Me and my brother had business that we dealt together in real estate. The earnings that
Now, see, I knew about the YouTube money, but I didn't know about the real estate money. But I already told y'all about Capricorns. You know, most of us know that they know how to get a bag, right? So there again, here we go again with production. You know what I mean? I mean, you have women that seek out, you have men. We women know that a lot of times we have men that seek out women with money, and they'll talk in their group amongst the men and say, look, you need to get with this woman because she has this type of resource, she's educated, she can help you. You know, we all know how everybody talk. Okay, but we're gonna flip that it when it comes to production. You need to be with Lips, even though you're not really even attracted to him. But this nigga, he know how to make money. Y'all, look, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, we all know that. This is the deep lane, by the way. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time and you can tolerate me today, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It might be bitter, y'all. I swear. Hearing some of this, all of what I got to say today, it could be a little bitter, but it's good for the belly. It's good for the soul. I wish Lips was watching my content. It's not all about watching something that makes you laugh. Sometimes the stuff you need to listen to hurts your fucking ears. Let's go.
was his portion will go directly to her. For that, I will continue that from month to month, every month. That's what this is about. Strictly for his daughter. Um, self, it's it's been a tough one, you know, the loss of my parents and then my big brother, you know, because I am the baby, you know, but I try to remain strong and to do this, but I just want all of us.
Obviously, and I'm gonna say this again in the best way that I could say it, but obviously the brother is, I don't know, he seems almost like disassociated, you know what I mean? And I mean, the brain can do this to you because it's all about survival. Emotions are powerful, they are strong. They can take you down, they can finish you. That's why I've learned so much about emotions, right? But the brother is kind of like disassociated from it, meaning that not feeling it because he can't. That's how he is. And it's almost like, let's take this thing, let's put it in this box, let's package it, make sure we package it right and get this all done. because this is what we have to do. But brother, no, no, it's not done like that. He is watching, Cheryl. How do you know? And he is watching the fuckery as well. Who is he? Hey, Susan, how you doing? All right, let's keep listening.
To please get back to what it was that made you want to watch lips or to see lips or what he done for you.
We can't, brother, listen to me. We can't do that. Let me ask you a question, brother. Can you be a virgin twice? I'm just asking you. Can you literally forget the experience of sex? Can you forget? No, unless you have some type of medical situation, you experiencing some type of amnesia or some type of brain damage. But no, we can't get back to that because that is only a part of the story. We can't do it. It's like no one is showing their true emotions. They're not, listen, 95% of the world is emotion phobic. And that is the truth. Let's go.
Let's get back to that. Let's try to fill YouTube up with memories and the good things about lips because that's what really matters. That's what you know.
That's not what matters, sir. And this lady down here in the comment section at the time is saying that it still feels like a dream. That is not what matters, sir. We want to make sure, because I put a highlight on this today, and we're still going to talk about the black sheep. But these are the other things that I picked up along the way. We can't get back to that, and I'm gonna tell you why. The toxic positivity is the act of avoiding, suppressing, or rejecting negative emotions or experience that in it that in and of itself is toxic. We cannot. Toxic does not always have to come in screaming and cussing. It doesn't. Toxic comes in as gleaning over that which is obvious and true. Toxic comes in as not wanting to clean up that mess that lies underneath. That is toxic. Why is it toxic, Cheryl Grabowski? Because that which is underneath there and not having light shine on it is going to cause sickness and disease of spirit and soul, and then eventually 100% body. Whatever you refuse to deal with, sir, is going to result in all kinds of things in the body. In 2025, we got to learn how to clean it up. This is the thing, whether you clean it up or not is your own accord. My job is to make sure you know how. That's my job. Let's go. It's to make sure you know how. It's to make sure that we know how. Okay? A lot of people don't know how to clean up. They're going to suppress it. That's toxic. We are not doing that.
Makes me smile every day. That makes my family really get to, feel the love for
Hey,
you.
Nick.
And that's what
This is the thing about that. And that he's true. He's telling the truth right here. That when everybody get together and you get all the messages in the chat, all the hearts and the praying hands, and all of the wonderful words and memories that the subscribers and supporters have about the time that they were going through, and they would watch lips to do what? We're going to take it right back to where I had it before. We're watching lips to avoid what? Avoid what we're going through. We're watching lips is going to help us do what? Suppress what we're dealing with. And then maybe even help us to reject the negative emotions that we're in, experiences that we felt. Lips has a legacy, brother, but it's not the one that you think. And I tell you what, his legacy is way powerful than mukbangs.
I decided to come on here for is to try to get back all the good feelings, because that's the only way I'm gonna ever hear my brother again. That's the only way, you know.
No. So when he's saying, when I watch him on screen, Cheryl, I can remember when things were good because I don't want to, Cheryl, I don't want to relive the negative experiences because I don't know what to do with those emotions, Cheryl. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to go back and have a conversation with my brother that I was wanting to have with him, but I wasn't bold enough, maybe, or courageous enough, maybe, to say the things that I really wanted to say. And so I don't know how to deal with that because my brother is gone now, and that's negative to me. So I'll just think about when he was alive. I don't want y'all to do that. Let's listen.
To see him, you know. So if we gonna fill up this YouTube and we gonna fill up the TikToks and we gonna do that, let's do it with good memories. Celebrate him.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with celebrating him. I don't agree with exclusively celebrating good memories. That is not real. It is not true and it is toxic. If y'all have ever heard of toxic positivity, please put it in the chat. Just put a one if you've heard of it. I just want to know. I just want to know.
That's what I want us to do. Celebrate my brother. Love him for all the ways that he has touched each and every one of you. That's the thing that I feel, that to wait to show a person how you care and how much you love about him, that's what I feel we need to do. You know, that's all that I'm asking. I'm not elaborating on anything else. I promise that once all the things have been taken care of and all of the T's have been crossed and the I's have been dotted for is to send him home in the right way, I will let everyone know. But I just ask, please, please, respect the privacy in this. And
No, we can't do that. There is no privacy in it. Um, I want to read the other part of the toxic positivity uh, description. It is the assumption that one should have a positive mindset and that everything is okay when really it isn't. It is the assumption that one should have a positive mindset and that everything is okay when really it isn't. We don't have to live in a fantasy, y'all, if we take the necessary steps to know what to do with our negative emotions. We don't have to fucking fake it until we make it. If we learn and take the time to understand what to do with our inner world and our emotions. We don't have to look at a person and we know that they're in the most grievous situation and volatile relationship and turn our heads and pretend like it's not happening. And then get that phone call in the middle of the night because we don't know what to do with negative emotions. It's not okay. It is not okay. He didn't. He didn't. I don't. You say you don't believe that he understood how. Hey, Aries, baby, that he understood how toxic it was. I think he did know. He just didn't know what to do about it. Let's listen a little bit more.
We're gonna celebrate it. We're really, really, really gonna celebrate him, and we're gonna send him out the way that Lips wanted to go, and that's the main thing about this.
This is the thing. We're gonna send him out the way that he wanted to go. He didn't want to go. Somebody sent him out. Somebody made a decision to do that. If he wanted to go of his own accord, he'd have done it himself. He was sent away from the earth.
Let's just love him. Let's just show him how much we appreciated him. So those are the big things. Those are the things that
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean no harm. Uh, the only thing that we can do is communicate with each other and learn from Lip's life. We can't show Lips anything. There's nothing else that we could do for Lips, but there's something that Lips can do for us. You understand? Because we're still wrapped in flesh and blood and he's in the spirit. So all things, all things are known where he is. There are no secrets. If there is somebody that he's known and loved and they felt any kind of way about him that's other than positive, he knows that. If he was mukbanging with you and he was sitting right beside you hip by hip and you were planning to do something to him that was negative, he knows that. He knows the good and the bad. He knows all things. He's back in spirit form. There's nothing that we can do for Lips, but it's something that he can do for us. I do have an update, and I'll share it with y'all in just a little bit.
feel that as a community that we can do to show him how much we care. I think he would really, really, really be smiling. He had that big old smile, that big personality. And like he said, we just got to get there. As a community, we got to do what we got to do to celebrate Lips, and that's truly, truly what I come on here for. Was just to touch bases on that because his daughter was like my daughter, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure she's taken care of. Now, like I said, I wasn't going to be on here long. I just wanted everyone to, do that for him. Let's uplift his name. I see a lot of y'all really love my brother. And I appreciate all of that. I appreciate all the love, all of the support. And like I said, I just want to make sure that we do what we need to do as a community to help me, help my family, stay strong in this time and just keep us in your prayers, and that's what I wanted to ask of y'all to just please, uplift his name in the right way. Let's celebrate Lips. That's what I wanted to come on here and say. And, I want to turn it over to Big Betty. If there's something that you may want to ask or anything, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or something that somebody may have in the chat, that I didn't cover.
Mm. On our end, we are in complete agreement with you. We just want people to celebrate his life. Mm-hmm. We're not promised tomorrow. And I don't want to waste my days having to
Wait a minute.
always eat and hear all this negativity that's going around.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna put a nail in it today. I believe that in the YouTube streets, because I've had my impact in YouTube streets before. So this time around, we're gonna deal with that black folks in the toxic positivity. You wouldn't even think that toxic's supposed to be in front of positivity, but it is. And these people are doing that. And they're not even aware that they're doing it. They think that what they're doing, oh, be nice and don't say this and don't say that, just let that go. And they think that that's the right thing to do. Well, my name is Cheryl, and it's nice meeting you, but it's not. I, you know what? I really, and this has happened like in my life in the last 5 years. There are so many people that have gone on a journey to unlearn and relearn some core things that they've been holding on to for years. And this toxic positivity thing is one that I need all of us to put in a box and bury 10 feet in the ground. I really do. Because it doesn't help anybody. Nobody's stupid. It makes it, to me, it just, it's a weakness that comes upon people when they do this, and a deliberate blindness that happens when you refuse to deal with what's on the table, when you refuse and then lace it with positive toxic positivity, when people are left inwardly feeling intuitively that something is wrong, but you continue to say, you might as well equate it to gaslighting. Let me write that down right quick. Toxic, hold on, positivity mhm, equates gaslighting. And we should not have people who say that they speak the truth, that they stand for the truth, and that they are bearers of the truth, and they are caught up in this toxic positivity, borderline gaslighting. Um, Lips was in the public eye in the YouTube community, so I can understand why his family made a statement. No, it's not that the family made a statement, it's the statement that's being made. It's not that the family can't talk. Anybody who's ever seen him on camera can make a statement because he didn't whisper these things in private. He said them in a public on a public forum. So whatever is done publicly is responded to publicly. And the people that are saying you don't have a right to speak on or to talk about it or to be curious about it or even to dissect it, it's not good. They've got to know, just like I've learned since I've been on social media. And God knows I learned that when I decided to come here, then people have an opinion and they have a right to. Since I've been back within the last 30 days, I've not deleted one comment on my channel. There will be no more deleting of anything. If you say something and you put it there, it stays. If that's how you feel, then that's what it is. I've grown. My name is Cheryl Grabowski. I'm here to uh yeah, to stretch you. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Speculation that's going around. I just want.
No, there's no speculation that's going around. Lips said in that car, he told us what production was doing to him out of his own mouth. Are you guys trying to, y'all acting like the president right now? Are y'all trying to say to us that that was a mummy or an actor that looked like Lips in the car? Or was it him in the car? Are y'all trying to say that that wasn't production that was sitting beside him in the car and that he did not mention Bruno? And that we just pulled that story out of nowhere? That we were actually psychic and we say somebody said, well, I see Lips in the car and production is sitting beside him and Lips has on a red shirt and he's mentioning a man named Bruno. Is that what happened? No. What happened was Lips hit the live, Live, and he let us see what was going on. That's what happened. And we were brought into this situation, sir. There is no speculating. Now, the police officer took production to jail, and then they put on paperwork and that they charged him for felony murder. There is no speculation, sir. Now, as far as we are believing because of what Lips said that Bruno and Oscar are part of the story, that we don't know exactly where they fit or where they were, what location they were in at the time of the situation, and whether or not they had anything to do with it. We don't know, but I mean, that's a fair assessment. We're grown. I mean, I consider myself to be fairly intelligent. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know you guys, Big Belly Bob and the wife with the wonderful wig there, and the handsome brother is not trying to say that we're not smart. I don't know. There's been a reputation or stigma associated with the T sector, and you guys are implying that it's the slow sector. But when it comes to me, that's not the case. My name is Cheryl Grabowski. I'm a content creator, and I care about um, what goes on in my life and on YouTube.
Celebrate both. Right. That's right. Uh, you said everything that I need to add to that. You have anything you want to add?
No, it was just as far as that question.
Let's see if I can find that question. Let's see if I can find any questions. Yeah, I'm opening it up for y'all. Let's see if nobody's put a question in there. So far, everybody's just kind of going with agreeing with you.
Okay. So far, everybody is basically, the brother said, in short, I don't want to hear it. I don't want any questions about what's obvious and what's true. That's what preachers do things like that. It's giving me, I think he's a minister or a deacon, because that's how he acts. If you go to them with a real situation, they will shun you. They don't want to deal with the real. They'll give you a Bible scripture and send you your way. That's what they do. Y'all know that that's what they do on the live, respectfully. So he's giving me Sunday morning church pastor. We're going to keep it cute. We're going to keep it, even though it's the most terrible situation. One of the most I've ever seen in my life. But they are determined to paint this thing as a beautiful thing. Aries said, I can see it, Cheryl. Yes, let's go.
Somebody had said, it's like looking at him all over again.
I said, man, even when you say it's crazy, just do it. I want to say, man, that looks like a nice shirt you got on there, man.
This is my team. It's my team that I coach.
So he has a barbershop too. He owns real estate, and he coaches a team. Let's see.
Everyone,
Hold on, y'all.
you know, the memorial service, things like that, the balloon releases, because like I said, different states do things different. For the balloon release, I don't know how I would have to go about that. I am talking to some people, at the courthouse about things that I need to do to get that set up, because anywhere that you're going to be having like a crowd of people, things like that, I need to make sure everything is clear, stuff like that. So once all of that is taken care of, then I'll be letting everybody know.
They want to know if the celebration will be streamed. I'm assuming the family would do it. It'll either be on.
I do want that for everyone. Like I said, Big Belly, if you're there, I would love for you to do that, because I think that is something that celebrates his life, and I want everyone, that people that can't get there, I want everyone to be able to see it, to be a part of it, because I know that's what he would want, and so I just want.
I have a question for the brother. If he comes and if somebody brings this video to his attention, brother, I have a question for you. What does Lip want now? I mean, since he knows the truth about everything in all parts, even about himself and his shadow and all the ugly parts of us that we try to hide from everybody else. What does he want now? What does he want? I'm just asking. I mean, because now he's without a body, he's unalived. And the biggest thing, because I'm a parent and a mother, he's away from his daughter by a selfish man, maybe even two men. I don't know. So, what does he want now? Does he want you guys to glean over everything and wash it, make it pretty and white and clean? Hmm? Does he want people to believe that it's okay to be in a relationship like that, and to lose your life when it didn't have to go that way? Would he say to us that if you're in a situation like that, you need to get out? Like, what does he want now? Or is this just about what you guys want? And I'm just asking, what would he want? He endured a lot of pain before he passed away, right? I've not felt that. I don't know what it feels like for a bullet to be in one in my abdomen and one in my belly. I don't know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel sick. I don't know what it's like for my blood pressure to rapidly uh, drop into the point where I pass out. But before that, I couldn't even hardly get air. I don't know what that. Do you? Do you know what that's like? I know what it's like for me to listen to the sister without. I don't think she considered any of that, or that her mind showed her what I just described. She was compelled to say that if she had power to do it, she would just let, in my opinion, this is my opinion, that she would just allow that man to come out of that jail with no consequence, no life lesson, him not being able to learn and evolve. Um, that she would say to put him in jail is negative. What do y'all think? I'm just saying, what would Lips want? What would he want? Y'all told me what y'all want. Y'all want us to be nice. You said T channels, be quiet. I'm not a T channel. I do T sometimes. If it's important to me, I will. What do you want? What does Lips want? Y'all are packaging this thing up. Y'all remind me of a church meeting in the back. And then when you come out front, it's lights, camera, action. That's what it reminds me of. I don't mean no harm. Good afternoon, y'all. Yes, I believe he would want to help. I want to know if he had a body today and he could speak. But see, he doesn't have to. Aries, he doesn't have to now. You see what I'm saying? He hit live in that car that night before his unaliving. And we can take it from here. The police, the court, they're gonna do their thing. That's their job. You know what I mean? And then the people, because that's not the people, that's the court system. Two different systems, right? But the people are going to do their thing, and I'm certainly gonna do mine.
To know that every step that I'm taking is what my brother has talked to me about what he would want. I know.
Yeah, but he didn't know that he was gonna get two bullets to the belly, and that he was gonna be taken away from his daughter while she's still at a young, tender age, and that he would have to fight for his life in that way. He didn't know that.
Other people may think, well, why don't you do this, do that? I'm doing what he would want. And that's what he said to me. And that's what I'm doing. Um, you know, like I said, this is tough for me. Um, with my mother and my father being gone, um, I guess right now I am, as they say, the man of the house. So I have to, you know, do as he asked. So it's nothing that I'm doing to make anyone feel any type of way. It's just that these was my brother's wishes and I will fulfill them.
The brother is so polite. He's so nice. That's alarming to me. Somebody might say, Cheryl Grabowski, why is that alarming to you? Because of justice. There's a thing called justice, guys. And the only thing that I see from the brother instead of justice is almost kind of similar to the sister. And it's sort of like Lips too. It's very much like him too. What are the core beliefs of this family? What are the core beliefs of this family? I'm just curious. Because, Spirit has highlighted them. They're highlighted now. Millions of people have gazed at this. Some people say, well, why are you doing commentary on this? This is the biggest thing that has ever happened in the mukbang community, in my opinion. To me, Lips has more reach. The only person that would have more reach is Beloved if something happened to her, as far as it relates to the African American mukbang sector. That's the only other person that the story would have more legs. That's it. So this is really not about the family, even though You guys have been wonderful to them and keep loving on them. But, sir, lips don't belong to y'all. Lips belongs to the world. His reach was far beyond you guys, obviously.
Uh,
Well said.
yeah, you definitely. So far, the only other question came through is uh, where is his daughter? And the daughter staying is with her mother.
Mother.
Yeah, I don't see any other major questions, and I'm kind of glad they don't, because I mean they're more or less concerned, like you said, with wanting to celebrate.
I just want to say this too, because I'm a bold person, right? I do plan on growing more, especially on social media. That's my intention, so that's what I'll get. Um, so I would love for a family member who is more evolved. And what I mean by that, for the ones that know, the ones, that know, you know, one of those ones that are more evolved, that know on a deeper level what's going on here, and will be able to speak to the wonderful parts and the parts that are not so wonderful, that regular family members want to keep hid. I would love to speak to that person. I really would. If you are a person of introspection and you're part of that family and you've gone on your healing journey, and you're not a person that'll overthrow tables and a person that's screaming and cussing and hollering all the time, not that. I don't want that. I want a person that is really gone into the deepest rhythms and regions of their own soul, and they have integrated that shadow with their light, and they know what it is. That person. Please reach out to me, please.
In a positive way. It really hasn't been too many of that other stuff in here, so that's pretty good. I don't see anything that I really need to highlight.
He said there's not plenty of that other stuff in here. All right, let's see. Do I want to
touch base?
hold on.
Was when he was saying us as a community is as he's saying us, as in is how he say it, the colored, black, all of this, us as a community. Let's pull together,
Us as a community don't know how to pull together, sir. Us as a community, as black people, we sweep things under the rug like what you're doing right now. I hate to say it, but it's true, sir. Maybe you've never met a person like me before. I don't know. But you're sweeping now. You're gleaning over now. You're focusing on the good parts and the light now. You didn't even say anything about production. You're gleaning right over it. You're avoiding, you're suppressing, you're ignoring. That is toxic. You're doing that right now, sir. There are other of us black people who are not doing that. We're looking under the rug. We're pulling it out. We're sweeping the dirt out the door and off the porch, and we're power washing the whole entire thing. It takes courage. It takes boldness. It takes willing to deal with the pain. It takes understanding that you're going to be embarrassed. But embarrassment is an emotion. You just put it away from you. So what? We are notorious for it. White people don't care that much about it for the most part. They don't have that type of toxic pride thing that we have for the most part. Lips was part of a community. There's much introspection in the sector that Lips was in. He wasn't very much a, it seemed like he shared, but we found out that he really didn't until that night in the car. So you guys, Big Belly Bob and the wife, and you can't talk about the black people, and you have to speak the truth. I don't care what color people. You can't heal until you speak to power. You can't.
We could be unstoppable. It just takes us. It's just, all the hating and us and all that. Like, we need to stop that because
No, I think he's talking about, when he's talking about hating, he's talking about, and this is true of us, that we don't like to see another black person progress and do better and have more than us. We don't. That's a part of our legacy as blacks. And it has psychology to it, and there's a reason for it. So he's right about that. Um, I'm just gonna take them. Let me see if I want to get through with this because I got one more sheet to take care of. And it's y'all don't forget to thumbs up the live, okay? And I need y'all to share it. Some other people come in, but we got quite a ways to go. Hold on.
as a community could do a lot of positive things. I mean, we are very, very, very smart. And it's just
We're just hung up on the positive. We're hung up on the positive, sir. But it's toxic. It's toxic. I'm so glad I was able to teach you that today. Because I'm sure that you didn't know. All right, let's go a little bit further. Those are people giving their testimonies. I think we are done. Let's see, right
To
here.
me, and I'm on here a lot, but I didn't catch it in the beginning, and so and we wouldn't expect you to do that. It's just
that might his real brother. I just don't understand. I guess I'm looking like then. I don't know.
Hey, he got his Donald Henders.
Right.
Good
You might want to go ahead
afternoon.
and go out on the stroll then, man.
I know.
No,
Yeah,
I
don't know,
no,
man.
I don't believe that that's what he meant. No, ma'am. That is not what he meant. No, it's not. He's doing everything that and I do apologize. But my name is Cheryl, okay? And I know what I'm talking about. What he's doing is toxic. He's not speaking his truth. He doesn't know how. He doesn't. Um, we want to deal with lips for a minute. And all right, so living life in positive serenity. That's what lips stood for. Even the brother said it in this video. Living life in positive. There you go. There's lips with that word, positive. Serenity. The meaning of the word serenity, the state of being calm. That's how the brother was in this video. Peaceful. That's how the brother was in the video. And untroubled. This is lips. This is the meaning of the lips, the LLIPS. The state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. And lips wasn't any of that. There was no peace between he and production. They were not calm. And they were not untroubled. They were very troubled. Living life in positive serenity is something that Lips wanted to, uh, is something that he wanted to experience. That would have been his promised land. He didn't make it. There's a difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. I've told y'all this so many times. What lies beneath can put you in your grave if you don't know what to do with it. Living life in positive serenity was Lip's promised land that he never reached. And he was very opposite of that. The only time that that was true when he sat and he ate and he was with his legion. That was true. But when he turned the camera off, he was back to the shadow places. All of what the brother says that we need to avoid, the negative energy, that's the shadow places. That is where the fights and all of the stuff that he in production had, that's where that's coming from. Not just for him, not just for Lips, but production too. Production is home. You can be two things at the same time, and he lived from two different places at the same time. And for the onlookers, you don't know the difference. And I promise you that. You don't know. There were times when you guys, as the Legion, and I don't consider myself the Legion, but I've been watching Lips for 5 years. Not every day, but he was one of my favorite mukbangers. And I've listened to enough of his stuff. I've listened to him when he talked about how he was on the pig farm and he was assaulted by someone who hurt his body sexually. I remember that. But he lived from both places at the same time. And as an onlooker, while he is practicing living life in positive serenity on screen, and this is not an attack to Lips, because I've been in the same exact place, and whether you acknowledge it or not, or whether you know it or not, you're probably guilty of it too and not even know. But I just want y'all to know today that that is not normal and it's not supposed to be that way. And you have a job to integrate your life of living life in positive serenity and that dark shadow place with those unresolved issues. You have a responsibility to go down there in that shadow place where all that crap is and bring that light in those places and to clean it up. And you can't do that if you are in the act of avoiding, suppressing, and rejecting negative emotions or experiences. You can't do it that way. It is not done that way. And that's why it continues. I'm going to sing it out, Cheryl. Oh, it's not going anywhere. I'm going to pray it out, Cheryl. Oh, no. It don't work like that for the shadow. No, ma'am. You're not praying it out anywhere. What you're going to do is you're going to avoid and suppress it. But it cries out from in the deepest, darkest crevices of your soul, and it will not be ignored. It will not be ignored. You cannot ignore it. We see our friend, he's over at the morgue because suppression don't fix it. And while he's providing a place of living life in positive serenity for you, while you're dealing with all of the stuff for me, while I'm dealing with the stuff that I'm dealing with over here, avoiding, suppressing, and rejecting my negative emotions and experiences, while he's being there on screen, then from the shadow and all those negative emotions that are down there with those experiences, is crying out, you will not ignore me. Cheryl, you will not ignore me. It's saying to you, You will not ignore me. And it said to lips, you will not ignore me. You can't pray it out. You can't oil it out. You can't fast it out. You can't push it. You can't poke it down in there. You can't step on it and put it in a container and zip it tight. It's going to bust the zipper. It's going to leak out. It's going to seep out. It's not going to be ignored. I came all the way to tell you today. I came all the way to tell you. Only because I care. That's it. There's no other reason why I took the time out to do this. That is what Lips is trying to tell you. Because Cheryl knows I know what I know, but he knows more than me right now. And I want you to know. I want you to know. The family is mad at production. What they have done is they are avoiding it and suppressing it and rejecting it. Why? Because it's negative. The sister done told us she don't deal with the negative. The brother just told us, and he got Big Belly Bob and the wife over there. They all are doing this. They are mad at production. I bet my legs on it. The human body, us, we experience a range of emotions. All of us do. Nobody exempt from anger and rage and resentment and frustration and everything. They are trying to stay away from it. They are avoiding it like the blue bubonic plague. We are seeing them do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. What would Lips want us to do? I'm doing what he want me to do right now. What about you? I talked about the black sheep and the scapegoat. Let me show you the difference. The black sheep are considered bad or worthless by the other family members in a sense. A scapegoat is someone who is unfairly blamed for the mistakes or problems of others, often to shift responsibility to maintain the harmony. So, Cheryl, we're going to blame everything on you so we can stay cool, Cheryl. So, it's all you. It's your problem. Now, we know that Lips is unalive now, right? So, the family would, well, they did both. The brother spoke well of him and the sister spoke bad of him. But I'm just giving you uh, what the scapegoat and the black sheep is. Okay, so the black sheep deviates from the family's norms. So whatever is normal to the family. Say for instance, if you have a really Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist family, whatever their choice of religion is or belief system, then this is just an example. This person leaves the family and says, well, I'm not going to live by the creed that we grew up by, but I'm going to live by my own terms in my own way and do my own thing because this is me. That would be considered the black sheep. And then the scapegoat is basically blamed. The blame is put on that person just in case, like, the scapegoat has said something negative about the family. So then they point at you and say, no, it's you. The family all put the blame on you so that, they still can be cool. So what I said was, and somebody else, some other people said it in my comment section, that they felt like that one of the two, or maybe even both, fit his description. Um, so while a black sheep may face criticism or exclusion, a scapegoat is actively targeted with blame. Now that's what the sister did. That's what the sister did. She literally blamed him for being unalived by production. So basically, now I've identified possibly Lips as maybe the scapegoat or the black sheep. So that means that the family, the core family, and look, y'all, this is true for, I just want to say, millions of families, maybe hundreds of millions for many of years. Every family type or every personality and every person that you've ever met is recorded in a book. Okay. People have taken the time out to record these family dynamics, right? I have my own family dynamic. I've shared a lot of that with YouTube. But it is crazy when you can look at a book and you see the format of a family, and then the family, and you could put the different siblings and the mother and father in the description that's in the book. It's crazy. I talked about in our childhood, um, let me just say this before I say that. It's true how a seemingly positive person could be toxic and addicted at the same time because of the conscious you and the unconscious you, or the conscious mind, subconscious mind, or just you out front as the representative, and then your shadow self. So that is true. It shouldn't be that way, but for millions of us, it is. How childhood programming whole had a lot to do with that. How childhood programming got a lot to do with you and uh, those two different things that you have going on. Childhood programming, meaning that something that could have happened to you that caused that. The brain is the brain. Y'all already know that. The brain's job is to learn. That's its job, is to learn. Okay. Um, when we experience negative things in our childhood, like perhaps being beat, um, something like childhood sexual stuff, um, being fondled or inappropriately touched or raped, all of that stuff is recorded. It's not just recorded in the brain, like you remember that it happened to you. It's recorded in the other parts of you too. It's recorded in feelings and emotions. It's recorded that way. Uh, and unfortunately, we didn't put that stuff inside of us, somebody else did. But from that day that you are recorded, or the word coded, these are my words too. Like, these are not all like clinical words. These are some of my words that I come up with that help me put all the pieces together as to the things that I have learned. But when you have been coded, and you didn't do it, somebody else coded you, this is something that you live with for the rest of your life. Um, Susan says, let me read Susan's comment. She said, yes, Cheryl, that's exactly what she made it sound like. Hold on. Let me go into going to my YouTube and get into the live, because this StreamYard got a lot of stuff on the screen, and it gets in the way of me being able to read y'all's comments with ease. If this is your first time here, could you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and certainly share the live and subscribe. Let's see. Cheryl Grabowski. Let me turn that volume down and get in here so I can read your comment with ease.
Do you want to be?
I tried not to do that. All right. Those stored memories and emotions, baby. Uh, let's see. Okay. All right. Where are we? I don't know where that is. How do I get in the live? Okay, there it is. Let me go down. Let me stroll down, y'all. I'm right here with y'all. Cheryl, I keep trying to shake this tragedy like, God, please let me be done with this and move on, but I just can't. Well, hey Sierra, I didn't know you was in here, boo. 182 in the chat. When? It don't show that on StreamYard. But I just can't. It's not time to shake it, Tanya. Hold steady. For y'all that are in the chat, it's not time to shake it, hold steady. For the family, it's not time to shake it, hold steady. Stop running away from the pain. Stop it. Don't run, Tanya. Sit there in it. Camp out. Pitch your tent. Stay right there. It's okay. When you sit in the discomfort, you grow. It's time to stop avoiding the pain. Stop it. Because when it releases you, it's done. You don't have to go back to it no more. But if you leave premature, you're going to deal with it for the rest of your life. Don't move. Stay right there, especially the family. God almighty, Jesus. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. No, I don't think I'm in the live. Hold on, y'all. What is going on, Jesus? Is that it right now? Hold on. No, I don't think. Child, what in the world? Let's see. Somebody else is doing a live on Lips right now too. How do I get to my live? Let's see, Cheryl. No, that's the old one. Y'all, I can't even get to my live, and I don't know why. It's 113 people still here. Are y'all still here, or is it just me? 2 hours and 19 minutes. No, that's not. That's the old one. Let's see. View all. I should have did a thumbnail. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I don't see it. It's not showing it to me. This is crazy. Okay, I ain't gonna worry about it. It's 106 people here. So when I don't know why I can't see it on the other device. All right, so yeah. When you guys are feeling discomfort and even like we got to learn how to deal with the pain. I have addictions too. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all know, for one, I have a food addiction. I told y'all about my love addiction, which I've done a lot of work on. But whatever is causing you to a pain, whatever is causing you pain, you've got to find that thing. That's your job. It's not for you to be an expert at your work and learn all the policies and procedures. It's not for you to go out and get 10 degrees and know everything about everything else. It's not for you to even have a spouse or a best friend and you know everything about the best friend. Your number one job is to learn about you. That's your job. Lips had a love addiction too. I didn't know that. I know it now. I know it now because he was refusing to love himself and put himself first. And the love addiction speaks to, I'm going to tell you what the love addiction speaks to. It speaks of it speaks of you not loving yourself. It speaks to you being a people pleaser. It speaks to you needing the love and the validation from someone else versus you being able to give it to yourself. And the brother said that Lips was a mama's boy. It makes me curious about his mother because his inner world was tore up. There's no way that he could be healthy and love himself, even though he made money and provided and was a go getter and a businessman. But on a much deeper level, he couldn't have loved himself because he was embracing someone who brought so much pain. Getting to the black sheep and the childhood, and I told you I was going to connect the dots. When you have a healthy child, and I have four children. All of them are not healthy. I won't uh this I won't draw a distinction as to which one is healthy and which one is not, which ones are healthy and which ones are not. But a healthy one won't do that. When someone is not serving them properly, when someone is this is all emotional now. When someone is causing them pain and discomfort emotionally and that not be a part of their core, that means their childhood, then they're going to immediately detach from that person. They'll be gone. They will never get into an abusive relationship because abuse is not a part of their underworld. Do y'all get me? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Yeah, your first assignment is always you. Fix you and love you. That's right. So the very fact that he cleaved to production takes you back into the house, no matter what we saw on screen with the sister and the brother, and no matter what was said, it doesn't matter. This thing is exact. This is like buying a lottery ticket, and the number is 3223. That's the number. When you go in to purchase the ticket, and it has any or exact, you write 3223. In order to get exact, you got to put the exact number. This is exact. There is no way that you can end up in a relationship like that and be healthy. And the brother says that he was a mother's boy. And that takes me directly back to her. Who was mother? Who was she? Did she bathe him? Yes. Did she teach him to smell good? Yes. Did she teach him how to make money? Yes. Did she teach him to speak properly? Yes. Did she teach him to be strong? Yes. Okay. Did she teach him how to love himself? No. Did she teach him what toxic behavior was? No. Then it leads you to another question. Emotionally, this is all emotion, y'all. I'm the emotion lady. Who was she emotionally at the time? Okay, because you got to put time in here. Time is important. At the time that she was raising him, and I think he's the oldest, but I'm not sure. I don't know. It's between him and the sister. But if he's a middle son, that makes it even more interesting. But at the time that she was raising him, when the brother says the baby boy said he was a mama's boy, was she coddling him because he was assaulted? Did something happen to him? Was she not able to speak to that? Did she not know how to deal with it? Huh? These are wonderful questions. This is how you, this is a guideline, actually, to getting to what lies beneath, what's in the shadow, what's in the past, and how this has happened. So, the relationship between him and his mom, for whatever reason, the coddling, maybe because he was a mama's boy, maybe she was overprotective, maybe she over coddled because of what she felt. Maybe she knew something happened to him. She couldn't undo it. She couldn't change it. The only thing she could do was love him. But there were more things that she could do, but she probably didn't know. I wouldn't have known at the time. Y'all listen. In conclusion, Lip's legacy is way more than the brother could ever think of or imagine. He was here in the mukbang world. I would say that he was called to it. I would even say that was an assignment. That's what I would say. Sister oldest, then Lips. He was middle child. Woo woo. The middle child, honey. Mm. They always have it hard. The middle child is normally more independent. The middle child feels left out sometimes, even though the brother says he was the mama's boy. It's just giving me mama's boy because something happened. The oldest sister gives me oldest, right? Because the oldest child would have more trauma than the other two. Is there anybody in this live that knows what I'm talking about? The oldest child will take the blunt force of the unhealed mother and father, all of the different aspects of them that are not healed. The oldest child gonna get it in that way. Carabella said true. Yeah, the oldest child, Elizabeth Simpson says still here. Thank you. Yeah, the oldest child is going to wreak. The oldest child is going to take blood force trauma of the unhealed places of the parents. Sister. Yeah. So that is pretty much what I had to share. Would any of y'all want to come up? If anybody want to come up on the panel and say anything about anything that I've said, or if you want to add to, or if you didn't like what I said, be courageous, be bold, come speak. I would love to stay live a little bit longer, y'all. It's Sunday. I'm not working, and well, yeah, actually I am working. Let me drop the link and just give y'all a chance to um Give y'all a chance to come up if you like. Did I put it in the link? Yeah, there it is. The oldest child takes the blood force trauma. Trust me, I know. Not just from my family experience, my family with my siblings and my mother and father, but also from the life that I've lived, me and my husband and with my 4 children. See, the thing is, unhealed trauma don't help nobody. And it could go from generation to generation because of the things that the brother said early on. And it's because of what the brother asked of the people. I wish he wouldn't have asked that. Don't y'all do that. Does anybody want to come up before I end the live? Let me know. I wanted some guests up here with me. Boss is 887. Hello. Today, but well, two of them that said that they were coming up had other engagements. And there was something about production, obviously, that was very much home for Lips. It was home. He was home for him. Hmm. It was home. One thing I want to say again in this live, though, when something is uncomfortable, don't be so fast to run away from it emotionally. Because if you stay there long enough, if you stay in the discomfort, that thing will release you. If you leave too soon, it's going to pull you back. So if it still churns in the bottom of your stomach, then your subconscious is calling you from beneath. And there's some things that you need to resolve. As simple as that. Get by yourself, get quiet, be courageous, and say what you need to say. Most of the time, it's associated with somebody that's done something to you. And they might not even be around you. Speak to that person, whether they be there or not. They have imprinted on your subconscious. They are alive inside of you. You've got to get them out of there. I promise y'all, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. And yeah, Sunday was coming up, but she couldn't make it today. And so I also did update. I gotta give y'all the update. So the update is that production is saying that he didn't. His official statement is that he didn't do it. That's his official statement. Are y'all still here? That's his, for the 99 people that are still here. His official statement is that he did not do it. And I don't have anything to say about that. Other than other than Lips, somebody said I figured that, Nick. Lips called 911 and he had enough strength and oxygen to give the location. And he didn't say who. So if Bruno would have done it, he would have said Bruno. If Oscar, then he would have said Oscar, right? But because he didn't say, I'm still going to stay with that production, did it. So at this point, that's the update. As soon as I get the 911 call, we will be definitely go live. Y'all, I'm telling you, we're going to definitely go live. I need y'all to hit me up in my email so that I'll have y'all email, especially the moderators, so I can communicate with you guys better. Or follow me on Facebook and or Instagram and let me know your YouTube name so I'll know that it's you. Um, so that we could communicate better. Okay. So anyway, kisses and hugs. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. And let me go fix me something to eat. Toodles. Bye guys.